Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we're going to be doing makeup specifically for hats. So if you want to wear a hat, but you want to wear makeup, this is what I think will work. I've actually never tried this. I'm going to try it today. So by the time I'm editing this, I will know and I'll let you know how it goes. So we have our coffee today. This is homemade. It is a pumpkin spice latte, kind of. I mean, I made it with my Nespresso machine and well, really it's just a latte, but then I added in some of the Starbucks pumpkin spice creamer because it's out, at least at Target. So, oh my gosh, this is so good. Okay, we are going to jump right in. And I have a couple of new products, of course. First things first, because my lips are always dry. I feel like I complain about it all the time, but it's true. If anyone out there watching this has an amazing lip balm for really dry lips, let me know, because I would appreciate it. Okay, we are going in with Jaclyn's Hydrating Under Eye Primer. I don't use this as much as I thought I would, but today for sure, I mean, it's not because I don't like it, I don't know. I think I just forget to reach for it. But today for sure we're going to use it because I am all out of my eye cream, which I'm so annoyed. So I have to order my eye cream. I talked about it if you guys saw my skincare, my morning skincare video. I talked about my eye cream in that video. It is a medical grade eye cream, and so I have to order it. You have to get it from an authorized seller, and there is an online authorized seller. I get mine from Derm Store, and they were actually having this anniversary sale, and they were having a huge discount, and I could kind of just tell that my eye cream was about to be gone, and I was like, perfect, just in time. And so I ordered it, and it was a couple of days ago, and they're like, perfect, it's on its way. And then I got an email saying, your order has been delayed. And I was like, and then yesterday I was pumping my eye cream and I ran out, and I was like, so of course that would happen. I should color correct. I think actually for red, if you want to cover up red, you need like a green color corrector, which I don't have. I only have, you know what? I should still use it though. I'm gonna use some of the Fenty because it might help. This is actually an eye brightener, so it's for your eye. It's the Bright Fix in the shade Peach, but it's fine. We're just gonna use a little bit. And because I already have some on the back of my hand now, I'm just gonna use some under my eyes. For foundation, I'm using the Pat McGrath, the Skin Fetish. I wanted something light, but comfortable. And this is perfect. This has got to be my favorite foundation, I think, of all time. Excluding the Kosas, my Kosas Tinted Oil, that is, I mean, I love that for like an everyday look, but I think if you're going to wear actual foundation, this one is my favorite of all time. I can honestly say that. I've never used the foundation, like a full-on foundation that's this nice. Going on with my sponge, and notice I didn't put any on the forehead. We are going to put some foundation on the forehead, but not like a ton. This is all part of my theory on how to wear hat makeup. See if this works. I was hoping that there would be enough on here to go over. I don't feel like there is though. So we are actually gonna have to use a little bit more. Okay, I took barely any, just like a third of a pump. And I don't even know if I'm gonna use all of it. I also have a blemish there, so we're gonna cover that guy up. And yeah, we're just gonna put a little bit over there and then blend. Okay, so next, concealer. And this is my new obsession. This rose ink, it's LX090 is the shade I use. This concealer is so good. I did swatch it just recently, like an hour ago, just because I was curious. I swatched it next to the Pat McGrath that I always use, which if you're curious, it's always listed below, but the Pat McGrath concealer I use is M15. They are both a little bit lighter than my skin tone, just because I like to have a little bit of brightness under my eyes. But this one is like a hairline lighter, just a hairline. They're basically like the same color, I feel like. But this, I don't know, I love it. I don't know if it's because it's new. I don't think it's just because it's new. I think it's truly really good. It's a hydrating concealer. I'm always about hydrating. I'm never somebody who wants a like matte concealer underneath their eye. I have dry skin and I'm all about moisture underneath the eyes. So, and then I can just put powder if I need it to, you know, not be so shiny. And then before I powder, I am going to use a cream blush. And this is one of the new products. So this is the Saie, I don't know if that's how you pronounce the brand is Saie, I'm assuming, but this is their Dew Blush Liquid Cheek Flush. And I got mine in the shade Rosy. So I was watching this YouTuber, I wanna say the name of her channel is The Clean Beauty Code. I think that's correct. But in one of her videos, she wore this blush and she used this brush to put it on. And you guys know my recent obsession. If you don't know, I have a recent obsession with Sephora brushes. I've always had a couple, but I just have really been enjoying them and trying more and more. And I have 2 other blush brushes, and I got this recent little contour brush. I couldn't think of the word, brush. And I've just been loving their brushes. So when I saw her talk about this one, I was like, okay. I mean, it's not gonna take much for me to, you know, try one, because I just think their brushes are so good. This is actually, oh yeah, it is a blush brush. I didn't know if this was a brush that she used for something else, or I'm sorry, a brush that was meant for something else, but she just used it for blush, but no, it is an actual blush brush. I need to stop with the Sephora blush brushes, because this is my 3rd one. But this one's angled, and yeah, she used it with this, and it just looked like it worked so well. So I was like, I wanna try it. So, clean that up later. Okay, this is the color, and this color just looks so pretty. She kind of has my skin tone a little bit, like give or take a couple shades, but we're basically like the same skin tone, and this looked amazing on her. And so, yeah, I don't know how. Does it twist off? Oh, it twists. Oh, it's a, duh. Okay, it definitely gets a lot of product. I wouldn't necessarily recommend putting this on your face. Maybe put it on the back of your hand. This is the color. Hopefully the camera picks that up. It's just a nice pinky color. I feel like it's perfect. It's daytime. I mean, it's afternoon, Sunday afternoon. I'm just feeling lively. So I feel like this is the perfect color for that. And it kind of reminded me of MAC Melba a little bit, which is my favorite blush. I think I'm actually, you could probably go straight in and just pick it up, but I like to use cream blushes on my finger, and I like to just kind of place it. I just feel like I have more control, so I like to place it where I want, and then we're just going to blend it out and see how this works. Okay, this is so pretty. Oh, this is so pretty. The blush, okay, just talking about the blush for a second. The blush is very like girly pinky. It's giving you, it's definitely a little bit pinker, I think, than MAC Melba. But it's not like an offensive pink, right? It's like a pretty, just a really pretty girly pink. Like this is the kind of pink I think of if I'm going out to brunch with my friends, or I don't know, it's just fun and girly, very flirty. I feel like it definitely would flatter a lot of different skin tones. It feels really nice and like, yeah, it's very like movable. You can definitely like it's easy to work with. When I say movable, I mean very easy to work with. Some cream blushes are a little bit more stiffer, and so they're just like, you have to really emulsify it on your hand, warm it up, and then you have to like kind of work quickly. This is not like that. This is easy to work with. It's nice and creamy. It's gonna go exactly where you want it to go. Very pretty. As far as the brush goes, I mean, I would definitely recommend it. Definitely recommend it. It's perfect. It's nice and movable. It's like the perfect amount of stiffness, not too stiff, but not too like flimsy. It's really nice. So to powder, I'm first going to use the Pat McGrath, the under eye powder, and I'm going to use that on my eyes and then underneath my eyes. And then we are actually going to use the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening powder as well underneath the eyes, and that is pretty specific. The reason why I'm using two powders is because with the hat, just in case the shadow, you know what I mean? I feel like if you have a brightening concealer and then a brightening under eye powder, it just helps bring a little bit of light to your face with the hat shadow, if that makes sense. And I think I'm gonna leave this on just for a second while I put on just a little bit of eyeshadow. And then we'll take it off. For eyeshadow, I'm going to use this palette with Fluffy brush. I think I talked about this, I don't know, in a recent video, but it's the KKW X Mario, the Artist and the Muse. And I talked about this shade over here, which is Don't Move. I just think it's the prettiest brown. So I'm just gonna dust some of this in the crease and then kind of on the eyelid as well. And now that that's on, I'm just taking another clean brush and I'm just kind of going above the crease just to make sure that it's not too much. I really want this to be a very, very subtle, barely there, does she really have anything on her eyelid kind of look. Then I'm gonna take this powder underneath the eye off and buff out the lower lash line. And then I think for the inner corner, I just swatched this color right here, this bottom color down here. It's So Many Paparazzi. It's just like a really kind of light flesh tone type of color. So I'm going to put a little bit of this in the inner corner. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see. Let me do it again. If you can tell, but it brightens. It's matte, but it brightens, but like a natural. It's not like a highlight when people put like highlight in the inner corner. It's like a very natural, almost like a skin tone, just like a, I mean, obviously this isn't my skin tone, but it's like, it mimics that. It's almost just like as if your eyes were just naturally a little bit brighter in the corners, which I think is really, really pretty. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with that. That is so pretty. What the heck? Why have I not been using that? Okay. All right, what is next? Okay, next very important step, more powder. So this time we are using the Kosas, the Cloud Set. I have the shade Pillowy. I love this. I love this. I've talked about it ad nauseum. I'm sure you guys are tired of me talking about it. I just think it's so good because if you are new to my channel and this is your first video watching me, then the reason why I love this powder so much is because it powders your face without making you look too matte. I have dry skin, that's my skin type, except for a little bit in the T-zone, but I mainly have dry skin. So I really appreciate powders who don't like suck out all the moisture from my face because I need moisture, but I don't want to look like greasy. I am just doing a little bit of nose contour just to give a little bit more definition. Okay, for bronzer, I am going to use this one, and I'm sorry, I know they don't make it anymore and I feel bad using it. Use whatever bronzer you want. This is just my favorite. This is the Tom Ford, what was this called again? 03 Bronze Age. It was such a pretty bronzer. I don't know why Tom Ford got rid of it. They have a bronzer. Tom Ford still has a bronzer, but it's not like, I don't know. I don't feel like it's as good. So I'm using this one, and even though we're putting a hat on, I am still bronzing up my forehead. So now I am just putting some blush on top of the Saie cream blush. I am using this shade right here. This is Max Melba, and I'm using the Sephora 99 brush. So this brush, this blush brush, is gonna give you more of like a full coverage look, if you will. So if you are somebody that likes a little bit of a lighter blush application, then you want to use the 96, not the 99. And then for highlight, we're going to use this one. It's by Hourglass. This is one of their ambient powders in the shade Luminous Light, which is just such a pretty shade for highlight, which I don't think is actually supposed to be a highlighter, but it works as one. It's just so pretty, very soft. Okay, so now I'm gonna put on some setting spray, and I was kind of torn. I wasn't sure if I should put any on my forehead or not. I think I might do like just a light amount to help keep the makeup on, because the thing is, when you're wearing hats, like you might not want to wear the hat the entire time. Like what if you get tired of it and you want to take the hat off? You don't want your forehead to be completely blank and then 2/3 of your face to be, you know, covered in makeup. So I do want the makeup to last a little bit, but I don't want it to be like too wet. So I think we'll just do like, let me do a practice spray. Okay. Okay, so I went ahead and finished the rest of my makeup. Everything I'm wearing, of course, as always, I'll list it below. But I just wanted to kind of skip ahead to this part. So I have my accessories. This is a hat I actually got from MD Skin Lounge. It's where I get my facials. Anyways, I think they just sent it to me. But I love this hat mainly because of the color. I just feel like it's this like nice, like gray, I don't know, it's just, I just like it. So this is my favorite hat right now. And for the liners, I actually picked these up on Amazon. So the company, I believe, is just called No Sweat, but these are sweat absorbing disposable hat liners. So they show you on the front what it looks like, but I will show you when you get them. This is a pack of, was it 6? I think you can get different sizes. So depending on how much you wear hats, oh yeah, 6-pack. This is a 6-pack. I think they also had a 12-pack, but you get these hat liners like this, and this is what it actually looks like. So this is the part that you're gonna peel off. This is the back. So it's like this, I don't know, almost like mesh type material. These little things you tear off, and then you peel it off, and it shows, I mean, there's no instructions, but you can just kind of see how you put it inside. So this part is gonna line up perfectly. This line here is gonna line up perfectly with this part over here. Now, if you can see, mine is actually shorter because I actually cut it. I cut it off, but it's supposed to look like this. This is how you wanna put it in. And so you peel off the little sticky, and then you stick this liner inside your hat. Sorry, I'm doing a terrible job of showing, but you guys get the point. You basically peel off, it's like a sticker, and then you just put it in there and line it up. But for me, I cut off this part just because I wanted it to be a little bit more, I don't know, I didn't want it to touch this part. But yeah, so this is how it works. Okay, well, hold on. Okay, so the hat is secure. We are good to go. Now, you guys will see on me, you can still see like 2/3 of my forehead. So depending on the hat you choose, how tight or loose you want it, and how big your forehead is, will determine how much skin you can see, which is why I didn't want to completely neglect the forehead, but we still want to go a little light. I will be curious though to see how these liners hold up with makeup. So I know that they will stick to your hats and last all day, but I want to see like how much transfer there is when I take this off later on today. So I'll let you guys know. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.